Hi everybody, so today we are going to be practicing measuring volume. Welcome to my kitchen. I just found things around my kitchen that are clear, some different glasses, Tupperware containers, mason jars, my smoothie cup. So we're just going to be comparing the different things I have around my house, different containers, to see which has more volume, less volume, or equivalent volumes. So just like for when we did weight, I'm going to record my prediction, which do I think has more or less, or do I think they're the same? And then we're gonna try it out. I have my spigot right next to me that I'll be using. I really don't have that much rice or beans in the house, or anything that I really just want to spill back and forth. I think water is the easiest, and you all should probably have running water in your bathroom or your kitchen, so it's something you could do too. So on my board, I'm just gonna write more, less, or equal, and I'm gonna have 3 sections, okay? So you don't have to write it down. I just am. So first I am going to do, so I have 2 glasses here. So if I put them down, let's see. You can kind of see that they're the same height there. They're both sitting there. I'm trying to find the camera. So they're the same height. They look about the same. But I'm thinking this one just looks a little bit bigger. So I'm going to guess that this cup says Hatteras. So I'm going to say the Hatteras cup holds more than the gold cup. So I'm going to say Hatteras more, gold less. So I just wrote this on my board so I can remember what I said. So what we're going to do first is we're going to fill up one cup. Then we're going to dump it into the other cup and see. Is it overflow? Did it not fill it enough? Or is it right filled to the brim, just like this one was? And that will tell us our answer. Okay, so move that. I'm kind of going to do it over one of these Tupperwares just in case it does overflow. It will catch it. So I'm going to fill this up. I want to get it right to the top. So you can see that that is full to the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour it into this one as carefully as I can. Alright, and look. I keep losing the camera. Look, there is a little bit of space. So this cup holds more volume, has more capacity, more volume to hold more things than this cup. And that was my prediction. I said that the Hatteras cup would have more volume, be able to hold more volume than the gold cup. And we know that because this one was filled all the way to the brim. And then when I poured it into here, you could see that room. Okay. So I got my first prediction was correct. All right, let's move to another one. So since this cup has been good, now I'm going to compare these 2 cups. What do you think? So the gold cup with the gold triangles on it is taller. Let's look at the circumference, which means the round. So all the way around the rim is the circumference. So they look about the same there. But, see how this one kind of goes in? That kind of means there's probably less room because this one's straight. So I'm going to say this glass is less than the gold glass. So I'm just gonna call that one glass. And then the gold has more. Let's see. So I'm gonna fill this one. Fill all the way to the brim. Alright, you can see it's right on the brim. There's no space. And I'll pour. Ooh, that was close. Wow. I keep doing that. So you can see there's just a little bit of space. So I was correct on that one because remember when we look, we got to see their shape, their height, their width. All those play a factor. So good. All right, let's go on to some different ones. So let's look at this mason jar. This mason jar is pretty big. Okay. And then I'm going to choose my smoothie cup. So they're about the same height, and I'm going to fill them all the way to the top. Okay. The mason jar has a smaller top, but you see where it goes out? So it's actually kind of bigger. This one is going to be really close, I think. I might say these might be equivalent. I think they might be equal. All right, let's try it. That's the only way we can do it. So I'm going to put my mason jar there. I'm going to fill this one. I think they're going to be equal. So I filled it. You can see it's all the way to the top, no space. And I'm going to just quickly. Oh, no. So you can see, look, it only came to right there. So I didn't write it down. I said smoothie plus jar was equivalent. So I'm going to X that out. I was wrong. The mason jar holds more than the smoothie cup. So jar holds more than the smoothie cup. And remember, we know that because we filled this one up to the very top. When I poured it into the other container, it didn't fill it all the way. There's still space, which means this is less than that. So if I fill this one up, watch. Say I had picked to fill this one up. Ooh. See, it's filled all the way to the top. Watch what happens when I pour it in something smaller. This is where we might make a mess. And I'm going to pour it over here. So when you have something that has more volume and you pour it into something that has less volume, oh Lord. See, watch what happens. And what happened? It is literally over the edge. I can't move it without spilling. And look. You can see all that water, that extra water that fit into the mason jar. So that's how you know the mason jar has more volume than the smoothie cup. All right, I think we have time to do one more. So, let's do these two containers. These are a little tricky. This one has the width is not that much. This one's longer than this one, but this one is taller. This one is shorter. Remember we did length last week? If you measured across, this one would be shorter. This one would be longer. If you measure from top or bottom to top, their height, this one is taller. This one is shorter. So, what do we think? I'm gonna call this one long and I'm gonna call this one tall, just because that's how I can identify them. I think the long and short is gonna hold more than the taller one. Okay, so I'm gonna say short, long one holds more. Holds more than the tall. Tall holds less. Remember our vocab words? More, less, equal, or equivalent, or same. Those are all synonyms, which means that they mean the same thing. So, all right, let's go ahead and do it. Make your prediction on your own real quick. Which one do you think is going to hold more? Which one do you think holds more? Tall or short? All right, let's try it. I'm going to set this one in here, and I'm going to fill this one up. You know, I don't know if that was the smartest way, because this can be hard to dump it. All right, let's go ahead and try. Oh, Lord. Whoa. Wow, let me try and show you. I was right. And look, you can see it is still just dumping over everywhere, making a mess. It's overflowed everywhere. So, I was right. The short, long one holds more than the tall one, because it overflowed everywhere. It holds more because, remember, we filled it to the top. We filled it perfectly full. And then when we dumped it into the other one, it overflowed, which means this is more. If this one's full now from that, when we dump it into this one, look, we still got space. We still have like an inch of space in there all the way around. So this one is less volume than this one. So let me know, what was your prediction? Did you get your prediction right, or did you have to adjust it afterwards? And maybe you can show me something at your house. You can use rice or cereal. Remember, as long as it's the same thing, and you just take one, make your prediction, fill one cup or container, whatever you have, fill it up, and then dump it into the other one. If it overflows, this one was more. If it doesn't fill it, it was less. If it fills it right to the top, it was equal or equivalent. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this lesson on volume. I will see you next time.